Vasudevaya.
Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om
Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om
Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Narayanam Namaskrityam
Narayana Samskritam.
Naram Chaiva Narottamam
Narab
Devin Saraswatin Vyasam
Dev
Saraswati Vyasam.
Tato Jayamudiraye
Saraswati
Nashtaprayashva Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya
Nityam
Bhagavate Uttamasloke Bhaktin Bhavadir Naistiti Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devagi Nandanaya Cha Nandagopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Hare Krishna, welcome all the devotees for the morning Srimad Bhagavatam discussion. Today we are going to discuss Srimad Bhagavatam, Candra 2, Chapter 3, text number 9. The canto name is The Cosmic Manifestation. The chapter name is Pure Devotional Service, the change in the heart. Okay. So please repeat the sloka behind me. Rājya-kāmo manūn devān.
rājya-kāmo manūn devān.
nirṛtiṁ abhicaran yajet.
nirṛtiṁ abhicaran yajet.
kāma-kāmo yajet somam.
kāma-kāmo yajet somam.
akāmaḥ puruṣaṁ param.
akāmaḥ puruṣaṁ param.
Word by word meaning, please repeat behind me. Rājya-kāmaḥ.
rājya-kāmo.
Anyone desiring an empire or kingdom.
Anyone desiring an empire or kingdom.
manūn.
manūn.
The Manus.
Manus.
Semi-incarnation of God.
Semi-incarnations of
devān.
devān.
Demigods.
Demigod.
nirṛtiṁ. Demons.
Demons.
Two. But. abhicaran.
Abhicaran.
Desiring victory over the enemy.
Desiring victory of the enemy.
yajet.
Yajet.
Should worship.
Should worship.
kāma-kāmaḥ.
kāma-kāmaḥ.
One who desires sense gratification.
One who desires sense gratifications.
yajet.
Yajet.
Should worship.
Should worship.
somam.
Somam.
The demigod named Candra.
The demigod named Candra.
akāmaḥ.
akāmaḥ.
One who has
One who has
no material desires to be fulfilled.
no material desires to be fulfilled.
puruṣaṁ.
puruṣaṁ.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead.
param. The Supreme.
The Supreme.
Translation purport by His Divine Grace Abhay Charana Binda A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada.
Yes, sure.
Translation, please repeat behind me. One who desires
One who desires
domination over a kingdom
domination over a kingdom
or an emperor
or an
empire
or
should worship the Manus.
should worship the Manus.
One who desires
One who desires
victory over an enemy
victory over an enemy
should worship the demons.
should worship the demons.
And one who desires
and
and
one
one
desires
that
sense gratification
sense gratification
gratification,
should worship the moon.
should worship the moon.
the moon.
But one who desires nothing
But one who desires nothing
Because
of
nothing
material enjoyment
of material enjoyment
material
should worship
enjoyment
the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
should worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Purport.
Right?
Purport. For a liberated person, all the enjoyments listed above are considered to be absolute useless. Only those who are conditioned by the material modes of external energy are captivated by different types of material enjoyment. In other words, the transcendentalist has no material desire to be fulfilled, whereas the materialist has all types of desire to be fulfilled. The Lord has proclaimed that the materialists who desire material enjoyment and thus seek the favor of different demigods, as above mentioned, are not in control of their senses and so give themselves to nonsense. One should therefore not desire at any sort of material enjoyment, being sensible enough to worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The leaders of nonsensical persons are still more nonsensical because they preach openly and foolishly that one can worship any form of demigod and get the same result. This sort of preaching is not only against the teaching of the Bhagavad Gita or those of Srimad Bhagavatam, but is also foolish, just as it is foolish to claim that with the purchase of any travel ticket, one may reach the same destination. One may can reach Bombay from Delhi by purchasing a ticket for Baroda. No one can reach Bombay to Delhi by purchasing a ticket for Baroda. It is clearly defined herein that persons impregnated with different desires have different modes of worship. But one who has no desire for material enjoyment should worship the Supreme Lord, Sri Krishna, the personality of Godhead. And this worshipping process is called devotional service. Pure devotional service means service to the Lord without any tinge of material desires, including desires for fruitive activity and empiric speculation. For fulfilling of material desires, one may worship the Supreme Lord, but the result of such worship is different, and will be explained in the next verse. Generally, the Lord does not fulfill anything material desires for sense enjoyment, but he awards such benediction to worshipper of the Lord, for they ultimately comes to the point of not desiring material enjoyment. The conclusion is that one must minimize the desires for material enjoyment, and for this, one should worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is described here as param, or beyond anything material. Sripada Sankaracharya has also stated, Narayanaha para avyakta. The Supreme Lord is beyond the material encirclement. Om Ajnana-timirandasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshulmanitam Yana Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimade Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Vishesha Shunyavad Pashasha Deshatarne Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So today's sloka, Srila Sukadeva Goswami, he is explaining that in order to achieve the material things, what are the various demigods? Yes, yesterday also we saw the similar kind of sloka. And what are the various demigods we need to worship so that we will get the desired result materially. So here is the continuation. Again, he was saying, so if you want to become a big king, you need to dominate over all the kings. You would become an emperor, you should worship the Manus. Manus are one of the demigods. You need to worship them. Then you will be blessed with that. And one who desire the victory over the enemy, they do worship the demons, like Ravana, Kumbhakarna, and Hiranyakashipu kind of demons. If you worship, then you will get. Yes, that is the inimical way they will be. And one who desires sense gratification, what will happen? They should worship the moon. So the moon is the moon also outside we are seeing the planet, but the controlled by a demigod is called somam. The somam. So somam is a demigod name. He is the representative of the moon. So if you worship him, then we will get the sense gratification. We can be fulfilled desires, whatever our sense gratifications. But who will worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who are all doesn't have any desires to enjoy the material things, that person will worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is the glorification. He is glorifying the Supreme Lord, because and glorifying the devotees who are all the Supreme Lord, who are all worshiping the Supreme Lord. Because only the devotees, they know the value of the Supreme Lord and who he is and what is the purpose of life. Because others, they not aware of that. That's the reason the other people, they are desiring to enjoy this material world for the sense gratification, to satisfy their senses, the family senses. So they are attached with this material body. So they are identifying themselves as within this body only. That is the reason they wanted to enjoy those things. So they are going to the different demigods because of their less intelligence. Because that is not the purpose of life. Because this body anyway is going to Detroit, we are going to die one day. We are going to leave this body one day. It is temporary thing. So in order to keep the senses satisfied, so the person foolishly is trying to catch hold of the demigods and he is getting the benediction and he is trying to enjoy them. So that enjoyment won't long last, and sometimes the enjoyment, not sometimes, always it will end up with a painful mood. So we saw in the history, many people, many demons, they worshipped the demigods. And what is the final solution that happened? Ultimately, the Supreme Lord came and destroyed those people. Because of their akankar, because of their false ego, they were disturbing the society because they got the benediction. So they disturbed the society. So Lord always appear in this material world to save the devotees. So when the person disturbing a devotee, they will come and Lord will come appear and Lord will kill the person, kill the demons. So the person who are all worshipping the demigods, one sense they are the less intelligence, and the other sense they are the demonic nature. It's because they wanted to enjoy. They want to enjoy the world. They don't want anything liberation. They don't have the knowledge about liberation. They don't want to go out of this material world. They want to enjoy this body toward this material world. That is their mentality. That's the reason we are calling them as a demons or less intelligent person. And again, Prabhupada is explaining about the preachers who are preaching that whichever the demigod you worship, all the paths are connecting the same Supreme. That is not correct. So that's what he is giving the example. So from Delhi, you wanted to reach Bombay, but you purchase a ticket for Baroda, you catch hold of Baroda train or Baroda bus. Are we able to reach Bombay? It is not possible. Because you need to catch the bus, which is required to get bus or train, which is going to Bombay, then only you can reach Bombay. If you are, okay, I purchased the ticket for Baroda and I sit for a Baroda bus, okay, all the buses are going the same destination. This is the mentality. This is the analogy Prabhupada used to give. Whenever there is people arguing with that, because all the paths are connecting the same place, the same Supreme. So whichever the demigods you will worship, you will end up with the same result. So that is not the case. So demigods can be worshipped only for the material things only. They can satisfy the devotees only with the material benediction. Because they got satisfied because this material, the less intelligent people, what they are doing, they want something, some sense gratification. They want to do some sense enjoyment, or they want to laud it over this material world. So they are doing the tapasya, they are glorifying the demigods. So with the glorification, what is happening? The demigods they got satisfied. Okay, they become happy. So once the demigod become happy, whatever this foolish person will ask, the demigod will approve that. And for the foolish person, they cannot ask any liberation because that is not in the control of the demigods. So whatever the material things, they will approve without any thinking of the side effects. So then there are many in history. We saw many demons like Hiranyakashipu, we saw Ravana, we saw. So they all get the benediction. So they tried to lord it over this material world. So they become because that after getting their benediction, their ego got increased. So they tried to lord it over this material world, but finally, ultimately, they end up with a death by the hands of Supreme Lord. So this is the quality of the demons. So if you see the quality of the devotees, how the devotees, they won't think about anything materially. They don't want anything material satisfaction or material enjoyment. They're always no desire to material enjoyment. They always think how to satisfy the Supreme Lord through their devotional service. So the devotional service is spiritual, not in the material platform. So one of the in our parampara, there is a old there was some 200 years back, Shyamanand Pandit. There was one Acharya. He was a Shyamanand Pandit. He was in Orissa. So he was, see, we are all preaching the people, the common people. Earlier, our acharyas, they preached to the kings, they preached to the scholars. They converted the scholarly people, become a devotee. They converted a king, become a devotee. They converted even some of the acharyas, they preached to the animals. Their animals. So this kind of preaching they used to do. So the speciality of this Shyamananda Pandit, when he was in Orissa, in Orissa, there are so many Kali temples were there. So one of the particular Kali temple, he went and preached to the Kali deity. Said what he preached? So see this is Kali Yuga. In this Kali Yuga means this is the eating non-veg is a sinful activity. You are allowing your devotees to kill the animals and in sacrifices. Why you are accepting this? So that people are getting degraded. It's a sinful activity, and it is not acceptable by the Supreme Lord. Because that's what he would preach to the Kali deity. So in the next day, what happened in the dream of the pujaris of the Kali temple, the Kali appeared and she told that tomorrow onwards, don't do any sacrifice in the temple. No non-veg, no sacrifice. Only Vishnu prasadam should be distributed in our temple. That is first. Prepare the prasadam, sattvic prasadam, offer it to Lord, and distribute the prasadam in my temple. Don't do any sacrifice, any animal sacrifice, or non-vegetarian should not be there in my temple. That's what the Kali told to in the dream of the pujaris. So the next day, the pujaris came and they discussed each other. Then they came to know that this multiple pujaris came up with the same dream. That means Kali. So they told that we should not do that. Then from that day, they stopped the preparing non-vegetarian and sacrificing the animals in that Kali temple. And that is the power of the devotee of the Lord. Because they won't think about themselves, they always think about the society. See, these people are becoming a sense gratification because of the not able to control their time. They are doing one side, they are killing the animals, and they are for the sense gratification, they are eating also. So there is a great sin. Killing is the one sin, and eating is another sin. So this is the way. So this devotees, they have to stop this. What is it? He directly preached the Kali, is that one of the demigod. Then Kali also accepted that. And next day, the Kali told to the pujaris that the dream. So she also, as we discussed, she asked to stop all those things, activities. And she told that from now onwards, one of the Vishnu temple, nearby Vishnu temple, we have to send the flowers to the Vishnu temple and prasadam should be offered there, then bring it and distribute to others. So that is the way still it is happening in the one of the temple in Odisha. And people are started, means next day onwards, the system got changed in the Kali temple, and people came to know that this has happened through the pujaris. They got then the dream. Kali came and they told. Then all those things, Shyamananda Pandit came to know that. Then immediately he didn't stop. Okay, I changed this temple, changed the people. He went some more 2-3 other Kali temples nearby. He went preach there also. So that is always the vision of the pure devotee of the Lord. They won't think about anything material and how to glorify the Lord, or how to satisfy the Lord. How can I spread the words, spread about the glories of the Supreme Lord and what the teaching of the Supreme Lord to others. That is the always thinking of the pure devotee of the Lord. Shyamananda Pandit did that. He victory over that. Even yes, demigod Kali herself changed the people who are all coming for their worship. So even that kind of worshipper become changed to from the non-vegetarian to vegetarian. They eat in Vishnu Prasadam. So if somebody taking the Vishnu Prasadam, or Krishna Prasadam, that will eradicate all of their sins and it will take next the devotional activities towards the Supreme Lord. So Shyamananda Pandit, he was a great acharya. He did in that way. So that is the quality of the pure devotees of the Supreme Lord. They won't think about anything material. They will think about always how can I satisfy others. And the similar way in Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya, Sripad Ramanujacharya, he also the similar kind of mentality. The devotees, that's the pure devotees of the Lord. He wanted to learn the Pranava mantra. So the Charanagati slogan, meaning of the Sharanagati slogan. So it is called a secret mantra. He wanted to know the meaning of secret mantra. Secret, the great secret. So he visited Tirukos. There is one village called Tirukostiyur in Tamil Nadu. In that village, there was a great devotee of the Lord, whose name is Kosti Purna. His name is Kosti Purna. We will call it as Tirukostiyur Nambi. So that person, he was a great devotee of the Lord, and he got the meaning of the secret mantra from Namalva. So that person, but nobody aware that there's a great devotee staying in our village. When Ramanujacharya came to know that Tirukostiyur Nambi, he knows the meaning of that Tirumandiram. So he went to meet that person, Tirukostiyur Nambi. So he tried to go on. When he entered the village, he asked the person, where is the Nambi's house? So they told that they gave a direction. This direction is there. This house is there in that direction. Immediately, Ramanuja fell down on that place and he worshipped that place, that direction, to give he put the Dandavat Pranam. Then the people of the village they also got astonished. Oh, how it is? Why this person is giving worship? They asked the direction. We show the direction. Immediately, that direction is, but this person is giving the obeisances. What is the reason behind that? He asked Ramanujacharya. He told he is a great devotee of the Lord. So I wanted to give the first worship wherever he is. Like that, he did that. After that, only the village people came to know there is a great devotee is there in our village itself. Then Ramanujacharya, he entered the Tirukostiyur Nambi's house. Then the Nambi opened the house, he saw. Then he told that I came here to learn the Tirumandiram, to secret mantra from you. So the explanation of what is a secret mantra. So this Ramanujacharya, he asked. Then for that Tirukostiyur Nambi, what he said? Nan settu niva. This is Tamil word. Nan settu niva means you come after my after my death. So how can I learn if you are dying? After that, how can I come? He was thinking in that way. He left. Ramanujacharya left. Okay, he left. And again, like that, 17 times Ramanujacharya tried, and always he is getting the same instruction. Nan sattu niva means after I die, you come, like that. So then after 18 times only, 18th time when Ramanujacharya going, that time only he would able to understand that what that Tirukostiyur Nambi are saying, that you come after I die. That means the ahankar, we have the ahankar, right? The false ego, I am, is mine. That ego, when it is going on you, that time you come, that time I will give you the meaning of that Charanagati sloka. Like that they told. You will give the secret mantra. Then Then 18th time, Ramanujacharya came to know, okay, understand that. Then directly 18th time he came and he fell on that Tripurashur Nambi's feet and he begged his pardon. Okay, now only after 18th time only I understand that. Means whatever you are saying is without ahankar you come, I will give this. The meaning of that. Now I don't have any anger. I fell on your feet. I'm surrendering to you. Please give the meaning of that. The secret. So he gave the secret mantra to him and he gave the explanations. So immediately Ramanujacharya, what he did, he understand mantra. That is actually in Bhagavad Gita, that is the 18.66 sloka, Saranagati. That is called the famous sloka, Saranagati sloka. Sarvadharman parityajya mam yekam saranam raja agam tam tada papepyo mokshashami machichara. So that means Krishna was telling that surrender unto me only. Surrender unto me. Without don't fear, surrender to me. That means abandon all the religions, surrender unto me only. I will clear all your sins, don't fear. This is the meaning. So this meaning he got from this Tirukostur. This is so we need to surrender to the Supreme Lord. That is the only way to come out of this material world. So that he learned from the Supreme Lord. This is Tirukostur Nambi. Then Ramanujacharya came out from that house. Then immediately he called the people who are searching for this meaning of this means the secret mantra, meaning of the secret mantra. Then he called all the people who are searching for that. Immediately he was explained to the mantra meaning to all the people, other peoples. They may not, because only for the qualified person only we have to give this meaning to the qualified person. Then only they will worship the Supreme Lord. Otherwise, they will hear and they will go off. So that is the reason you should be qualified before that. That's the reason this Tirukostur Nambi sent Ramanujacharya 17 times out, not giving, because after understanding that, without ego, with that understanding he came, then Tirukostur Nambi gave this mantra. But without the qualification, seeing the qualification, the Ramanujacharya came out from his house, he spread the meaning to everyone. Then the Tirukostur Nambi got angry. So this is the secret. If you tell this to the unqualified people, then you will get us. You should go to Narakalok. You will go to the hell. That's what then Tirukostur Nambi called Ramanujacharya and told that you will go to hell because you told this secret to the unqualified people. Then that time Ramanujacharya, what he told, so if at all I am ready to go to hell, because this mantra, it will beneficial for the people, I told. If they are ready to, if after hearing this mantra, meaning of this mantra, if they can go to the Vaikunta, I am ready to go to the hell, like that. So after hearing this, the Tirukostur Nambi, he got very much happy about Ramanujacharya, because how wide his thinking, how broad his thinking was. So immediately he called us Emperumana. He gave the name to Emperumana, means you are my Lord. That is the name he gave it to Ramanujacharya. Yes, he is the guru of Ramanujacharya, but he gave the name to Ramanujacharya, you are my Lord. So because he was Ramanujacharya, selflessly, he immediately distributed whatever he learned, the highest truth, he distributed to all the others without seeing any qualification. So that is the reason he got this name. So this is the quality of the devotee. There is nothing, without any selfless way, without any selfish way, they will serve the devotees, they serve the others. They will always think about how can I take this fallen soul? How can I send this fallen soul towards the Lord? That is always their thing. That is the qualification of pure devotees of the Lord. So today we discussed there are two kinds of devotees, two kinds of people. One is demon category, another is a devotee category. Demon category, they will think about only the material enjoyment and sense gratification, and they will ask to the benediction from the demigods only whatever useful for their sense gratification or their enjoyment. Only the materially they will ask. But the devotees of the Lord, they are in the other end. They won't think about anything material enjoyment. They won't ask anything materially. They're always thinking, how can I serve the Lord? So that's the reason we discussed both the kind of people today. And this is the sloka we discussed. So Sukadeva Goswami, he was explaining about other demigods as well as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the desire of the worshipper of the Supreme Lord. Hare Krishna. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai.